everyone. It's Emily. How are you? This is going to be a gentle flow class, 30 minutes long. And it's with love and devotion to my mom, Julie Gray, hi Mom, that I offer this class to all of you. Let's start in a comfortable position. You will need at least one block, two if you have two, something that, a stack of books. You can bring the floor up, and then a blanket as well. When you're ready, find your seat, lift your heart, and let your eyes close down. Take a few deep breaths in and out, allowing yourself to settle. I imagine a snow globe. When you shake it up, it has all the snow moving around and blocking the view, and so this moment is the settling of the snow and the revealing of what is for each of us in this moment. Let's draw our hands to our hearts. As you're ready, Anjali Mudra. This is the mudra of offering. We offer our voices to each other and to the universe, blending into one vibration. Inhale. We bow into our heart. Softly release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes into the room. Keeping a soft gaze, just start to roll your shoulders up and back a few times. You can even close your eyes for these first few moments. And even with the shoulder rolls, can you connect your breath to the movement? Inhaling up, exhaling down. And letting the shoulders settle onto the back, bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, and just roll your wrists a few times, both directions. And then give yourself a hug, right arm on top. And then stretch your arms out wide and give yourself a hug the other way. And then reach your arms up to the sky. Lift your heart and look up as you reach through the fingertips. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer at your heart again. This time, circle the arms out and up, low to the ground, then out to the sides, all the way up to the ceiling and beyond. Exhale, hands to prayer. One more time. Going nice and wide with the arms, stretching out, lifting up, extending the spine as you root the sitting bones down. Exhale, hands to prayer. Extend your arms out to the side. Now take your right arm over and wrap your arms like you were coming into eagle. And if that doesn't work, you just go back to back here. Lift your elbows up and spread your shoulder blades off your back a little bit. Breathing into the space behind you. On your next inhale, sweep the arms back out to the sides like big, bright, vibrant wings, and then take your left arm on top. Same thing, spreading the shoulder blades off the back, breathing into the space right there at the mid-upper back, and then lifting your elbows as much as you can and trying to maintain a soft and nurturing breath here. Next, inhale, unwrap the arms, extend them out again, and then sweep them behind you and interlace your fingers there. Draw your shoulders back. Drop your tailbone straight down toward the ground, and then lift your arms away from your body. And that's going to stretch the front of your body, your collarbones and your chest, your shoulders. If it feels right for you, you can lift your head slightly. Release the hands. 3 more shoulder rolls up and back. 2, 3. And then we're going to come onto our backs. So this is a little restorative pose to open up the heart. You're going to place a block underneath your shoulder blades, or a pillow is fine as well. You just want to have something to elevate your heart space up. And then you're going to have something soft or another block to support your head. The blanket can also be used here for the head to lay on more softly. So come to your, place your feet on the ground, bend your knees so you're supported as you go down. And it might take a little bit of time to find the right spot, but you're going to try to get that block right to the bottom tips of the blades. And you might need to move around a little, that's fine. Keep your feet on the ground to start for support. That'll help the low back. And then allow your hands to turn up towards the sky, arms alongside you, out wide. Now, if your low back is really tender, it might help to bring your knees together here. And if you're okay, you can play with extending the legs out or bringing the feet into Baddha Konasana, which is bound angle pose. And then let yourself settle onto the props. This is a restorative posture, meaning it's a practice in relaxing and resting, letting the body restore with a particular focus on the heart center, the place where energetically we feel love, compassion, forgiveness. Allow your head to relax into the block or blanket, so your head starts to get heavy. Your shoulders start to roll towards the ground even more, just naturally with gravity. And you're welcome to close your eyes here and breathe. We'll be here about a minute, not too long. Focusing on the heart center as a place of love. And allowing yourself to breathe into that place, to receive that opening here. The heart chakra is associated with the color green, so you can imagine like a green sphere of light resonating and illuminating this space up and out. And you're doing your best to draw your awareness into this moment, into your body, into the sounds around you and the sensations of the shape that you're in. Notice your breath and check in with it. Is it even with the inhale and exhale? Is it expanding your belly, or is it quite shallow? Let's do 3 more long breaths here at your own pace. And then we're going to slowly return to the shape we started in, so placing 1 foot at a time very slowly onto the ground. And then you're going to use your hands to slowly either lift straight up or roll to one side and lift yourself up off the props, coming onto tabletop position, or onto the mat rather, in tabletop position. And hopefully you're already feeling a shift just in that moment of quiet and stillness and deep breath. I have a chapstick in my shirt. Take all chapsticks out of your shirt now. Inhale, drop your belly, pressing through your hands and feet. Exhale, round your spine, again spreading shoulder blades off the back and reaching into that center of the spine at the mid-upper back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round your spine. And taking time here to move with your breath, to warm up the spine and to lubricate the spinal column, you can circle your hips, using the head and the neck to add on there. Pressing back and forward a few times. And then tuck your toes if they're not already and do that same thing back and forward. So now you're stretching your toes and your feet. And now come up to your fingertips. We call this like tenting the fingers. And do the same thing, but drop your heart. Pull your shoulder blades back. And then press back. And as you press back, walk your hands a little further forward. So you're getting a nice shoulder stretch here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, just for good luck. And then slowly returning to a tabletop with the hands flat on the ground. Spread your fingers, claw into the floor, and then take your heart, your chest, toward the ground by wrapping the shoulder blades deeper onto the back without dropping your ribs or your belly here now. So you're going to spread the shoulder blades off the back and then draw them together and down the back. Again, maintaining the integrity of the rest of the spine and torso. So we're trying to isolate the back of the heart here. A few more times. We call this shoulder loop in the Anusara world. Integrating the shoulders onto the back. One more coming forward, but this time land in neutral. And then one big long breath in. Exhale, press your hips up and back to downward facing dog with the feet wider than your hips and keep a bend in your knees. Press through the hands, stretch your arms and move your chest down towards your feet. Deep long breaths here as your spine extends. And if you can, now you'll draw the heels toward the earth. They might not get all the way there, but you'll feel a good stretch through the backs of the legs and the calves. Keep stretching through the arms as you stretch through the feet. So you're working with the foundation by pressing through hands and feet equally. And then slowly come forward, drop your knees, and then lower yourself to your belly. Come back to the tops of the feet. And then take your hands out wide, tenting the fingers again. Modified cobra pose here. Inhale, lift your heart. Just as much as you can maintain the low back being stabilized, right? So you don't want to go and crunch into your low back. You want to really move this upper spine while maintaining the strength and the stability of the lower spine. So you're just going to, like a wave, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Keeping the length of your neck as well, so not dropping the head. Exhale, lower. And last one. Inhale, this time stay up, press down through your feet, and drop your left shoulder so you're twisting to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop your right shoulder and twist to the left. One more time to each side. This is like a massage for the upper back. It should feel really good, especially if you're letting the breath guide you here. And back up to center. Maybe a little higher. You decide, lower your heart, slide your hands back, and then child's pose. You're going to press yourself up, toes together, knees apart, arms out in front of you. Rest your forehead. If someone is around that can press down on your low back and give you a little massage right now, ring your bell. This is the time. Have them come in and give you a nice assist. Coming up slowly on an inhale, back to downward facing dog on an exhale. Begin to walk your feet to the top of the mat, bending the knees as you go, and then you can utilize the block here if you need to. Fold in. Notice where the weight is in your feet, if it's too far forward or back. Take a moment to plant yourself really nice and even into the earth. Letting your head relax here. Stabilizing by squeezing the shin bones together and pressing deeply through your feet. Inhale. Slide your heart forward. Exhale, leading with the heart. Head is last to fold in, Uttanasana. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Expanding your capacity to breathe, to access this place of love in the body, in the subtle body. 1 more time. We're just filling up and finding more space. Expanding. Exhale, fold. Keep a nice bend in the knees here, and now interlace your fingers behind you. Take your arms overhead. You can squeeze the elbows and then straighten a few times. Again, moving the shoulder blades around on the back, feeling into that space behind you. Find the spot that feels the sweetest for you and stay there for 3 breaths. On your last exhale, float your hands down to the ground. Bending at the knees, pull your belly in and roll yourself up to mountain pose. Rolling your shoulders up and back a few times. And you can leave your block there if you'd like to. If your hamstrings are tight and this makes it a lot easier to touch the ground or to fold rather, then that will be your new ground for now. Palms face forward. Toning your belly, lifting your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms up to the sky, interlace your fingers, and just press away from your hips. A few breaths here. Maybe the chest begins to rise a little bit. Maybe the gaze can look up as well. 1 more inhale here. And the exhale will part the hands, bend the knees, swan dive, touch the ground of the block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, softly fold in. Your hands are going to go to the ground. Your left foot is going to step back nice and slow. You can drop your left knee. If your knees are tender, you can use a blanket. Slowly come up, hands to your hips. Just taking a moment in this new shape to settle the body, stack the joints, find your balance. Inhale, stretch your arms up over your head. Maybe you lift into the heart a little bit here. Maybe your gaze looks up as well. Take another breath. Stretch your arms. This time on the exhale, let your hips lower a little bit. Just as much as you can, maintaining that core strength and that stability in the low back. Exhale the hips a little lower. 1 more time. Exhale, reach forward nice and slow. Place your hands to the ground, tenting your fingers again. And now, from the inner thigh strength, lift the leg up, the back leg. Using your block if you need to. You're going to leave your left hand on the ground. Squeeze your legs together. Pull your chest forward. Reach your right arm up to the sky. And then your heart accesses this space by rolling the shoulders back and expanding upwards. Legs stay strong. Relax your jaw and take 3 more breaths. Arm over the ear. Nice soft landing. Take your block back to the top of the mat if it was there, and then step forward to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you inhale here, reset. Exhale, fold deeply back in, stepping now your right foot to the back of the mat, nice and slow. You can wiggle it there or, go in stages. Drop your right knee down. And then bring yourself up as you're ready. Low lunge. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, soft lower of the hips. Heart might lift up. Soft lowering of the hips. Keep sliding your shoulders down from your ears. Exhale, reach forward. Come back to those tinted fingers and then find the strength of your legs. Lift up, squeeze together. Right hand to a block or to the floor. Inhale, your left arm reaches up as you twist to the left. Then coming into our cobra action here, the shoulders roll back. The head leans back and the heart gets this chance to open. To receive more breath, more attention. Exhale, your hand softly comes down. We're going to step back to downward facing dog this time. So you can swing your foot back or step back in stages again. However you get there is perfect. This block. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Inhale, your right leg stretches up and back. And then do a little ankle movement here. Circle the foot a few times. Move it around. Stretch the leg as high as you can. And then exhale, round your spine and step the foot outside all the way around to the right side of your right fingers. And then softly, again, the knee is going to lower. Feel free to turn your toes out. If that feels more comfortable, or open your leg out more, just make sure that your knee goes with the direction of the foot. And then let your hips slowly lower and bring your forearms to the floor or a block. And if that is way too much, then just stay up and invite the heart to just gently move toward the ground. This is called lizard pose. Depending on where you're tightest in your body, you'll probably feel the sensation there. Some people feel this in their outer hip the most. Some people feel it in the groin, inner thighs. Just keep receiving your breath and letting your breath go. We're going to come back up. Take your time to get there. You're going to place your hands as wide as your shoulders. And then I'm going to have you draw your hips back a little bit and lift your back knee up. We're going to come to a 3-legged dog, which means this right foot's going to sweep up and back. And then we'll open and turn the hips and bend the knee. Inhale, come up high on your left foot and sweep your right foot up now between your hands. And again, just take your time to get there. Come up to your fingertips. Squeeze your legs together and pull your heart forward, and then slowly turn the back foot flat. Anchor in. Rise up, warrior 2. Keep tracking that right knee over the right ankle and draw your shoulder blades together onto your back. So that should automatically lift your heart a little bit. Take one more breath here. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the ground. Spin your back foot up and slowly straighten or work to straighten that front leg. And again, the utilization of blocks is perfect at any point. This is a good one to use. Blocks or a book. A very thick book. I don't read books this thick, but. And then maybe there's a fold, a surrender, a softening. Okay, here's a really fun one. I really enjoy it. You're going to keep your left hand where it is. You're going to keep your legs as they are, really paying attention to the inner right foot. So that foot is going to want to lift up a little here. Keep rooting through your inner right foot and slowly reach your right arm up. You should be getting a nice stretch through the IT band here, outer hip, maybe down even into the foot. Lengthen away from your hips by pulling your chest away from yourself, rolling your shoulders back, and then slide your ears back. Inviting in a big, beautiful breath, a big, expansive breath. Bend your knee. Place your hands either to the blocks or the floor and step back. If you want to keep increasing heat, you can sweep forward to plank using your knees or no knees, lower down. Inhale, you can slide through. First cobra pose if you'd like. Exhale, you're pressing back, downward facing dog. A few breaths to settle. Feel the earth again, and then use that resistance against the mat to stretch your body a little longer. Inhale, sweep your left foot up, give it a little bit of movement here. Coming up high on your right foot, big breath in. Exhale, sweep your left foot outside the left hand for lizard. Dropping your right knee down. Adjust your left foot as you need. And then bring yourself down. My blanket back. Bring yourself down here to lizard, or just to wherever you can get that invites this length of the spine here. So resisting a rounding to get low, but finding a place where you can move the chest, through the shoulders. Okay, and we're coming to that three-legged dog. So you're going to place your hands again, take your time, engage the legs, lift up, and then stepping your left foot back, open the hips, bend the knee, and press the leg back behind you. Coming up high on your right foot one more time, sweep your left foot all the way forward. Nice strong legs, back foot dials down. Rising up, Virabhadrasana 2, second side, shoulder blades together. Gaze over left middle finger, knee over ankle. Few breaths here. On your exhale, you'll windmill the hands down nice and slow, spin your back foot up, and then straighten into, a little different story on this side, your left leg, using the blocks if you need. can melt toward that leg here a little bit. Paying special attention to the inner left foot as we transition here. The right hand stays where it is. The left arm sweeps up. Leaning back as best you can, keeping the hips squared as best you can. One more breath. Exhale. Let's bend that knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Or again, you can vinyasa through, which is just a way to keep creating more heat in the body. Back to down dog. Exhale through the mouth. And child's pose, toes together, knees apart. Walk your hands forward. And slowly come up. And we're going to take a little seat here. Extending the legs out in front of you. You can sit on your blankie. Flexing through your feet. Lift your heart. Just take a breath or two here first. Dandasana. And then on your next inhale, reach the arms out and up. And slowly extending your heart, reach forward and down. Inhales lift you a little bit. Exhales extend you out and then down. And that movement with the breath just feels so good. It's like riding this wave of breath deeper into your body, into the stretch. Try to keep your legs active so they're not turned off. They're involved, they're engaged. Muscles are still hugging in. And on your next inhale, slowly lift up. And roll the shoulders back, exhale. Okay, we're coming back onto our backs. So go ahead and remove the props from the mat and come down to your back slowly again with the feet on the ground. Place the left foot under the left knee and cross your right ankle over the left knee. You want to think about your right knee moving away from you here. And if that isn't enough of a stretch, then you're going to bring your left leg towards you, interlacing your fingers behind the leg. You should be feeling, hopefully, your right outer hip being stretched a little bit. This is reclined pigeon. So this is also a great alternate posture if pigeon pose like really bothers your knees. This takes the pressure off the knees and allows us to feel into the hip more. Some people like to straighten the leg here. Keep your shoulders back. Keep your head pressing into the earth. Dropping your left foot a little bit to the left of your hip. Keeping this right foot crossed, just let the left knee fall. You're going to get a gentle twist and a little stretch through the front of the legs. You can extend your head over to the left to complete the twist. And if that doesn't work for your neck, you just keep your eyes straight above you on the ceiling. Allow your belly to relax so that when you breathe, it can move up and down. It feels so good to let the belly free, set it free. Uncross your right foot and then reset your feet back to where we started. Left ankle over right knee. Reclined pigeon. You can take the arms around the back of the right leg. You can extend the right leg. Imagine, and you can even do it if you keep your foot really flexed. Imagine your knee and your hip moving away from you as your right leg moves in. That'll deepen the stretch. One more breath. And then dropping your right foot slightly to the right of you. Let the right leg fall to the left. Extend your arms. And take this gentle, open-bodied twist. Inhale back to center. And we'll end with a happy baby pose. If you want to straighten one leg at a time, you can. And then draw your knees in. Give yourself one last sweet hug. And then slowly stretch your legs out for Shavasana, final rest. Nice work, everyone. If you're still with me, you can put a blanket over you, over your pelvis for a nice grounding feeling, or just to keep you warm, palms up. I'm going to sit up, but I want to invite you to stay in Shavasana. Let this work be integrated into your cells, your heart, your soul, your physical body, receiving all of these gifts. The way that we move in this practice, really honoring our life force, focusing on that breath, really connecting to our hearts, becoming more aware in every moment, all of that work. Settling, planting itself deeply into you. Let everything go. Staying in your rest for as long as you can. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May this practice in some way contribute. I love you, Mom. I love all of you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.